Hey guys, what's up? This is Flea here, Deep Sea Flea. This morning we're about ready to get going, heading up to New York. So it's a good thing to go over all your fluids. And one thing that we needed to do is our solar power system right here. As you can see, the light's low, and it has been getting low, pretty regularly. But we've been watching television, charging our phones. It runs your refrigeration system and all that. So I had an idea, maybe I better check our battery system. We do need to service our batteries quite regularly. You need to check them at least once a week, probably. That might be a little overkill, but that's what I do. So we're going to put distilled water in them, and only distilled water. I think they might sell something more expensive, but we're using distilled water. So the way I do it is I just fill up the water in the little measuring cup. If I can make it work right for me. And I know other people do it, and there's like so many different ways. My good buddy F and Joe, he uses a like one of those little ketchup bottles, and he swears that it's the easiest thing in the world. And quite honestly, he's probably right. But I'm using a measuring cup. I'm going to set it right here on the floor. I'm not actually going to measure anything with it, but it's just to hold the water. You don't need a measuring cup, but you just need to be able to put the distilled water in something. I got this little nose sucker. They just, when you're a baby, they suck the snot right out of your baby's nose. Well, we're going to use it to suck the water right out of here. And then we're going to add it to the batteries here. As you can see, if you can get real close, honey, you can see that this one's pretty low. This one compared to this one, because I just topped this one off, and there's a little groove right in the bottom, and you can see that you want those batteries to be all equal and right at the bottom of that lip. Now what we're running here on our solar power, this is our house bank, and this runs all of our electronics when we're sailing, the auto helm, the wind instruments, the radios, and again, the refrigerator. If we didn't have the refrigerator, I don't know how we would keep our beer cold for so long. So yeah, you need to service your batteries just like this. Just by adding distilled water. And I could definitely see that this might have been part of our problem, because we had a couple cells that were low on this one particular battery. I've already serviced this one. And that's really all about it. I just wanted to show you a little something about servicing our batteries. We actually have a 6 volt batteries wired series parallel, and I forget how many hundreds of amp hours we actually get out of it. But just beware, you might have 200 amp hours out of these batteries. I'm not saying that's what we have, but if you have 200 amp hours out of these batteries, you're only going to be able to use 50% of it. So out of 200, you're only going to have 100. And then you got to think about how many amp hours, how many amp each component draws. Your refrigerator is by far the largest. It's always on, it's always cranking, and it's always drawing power. So if you're going to be running a refrigerator freezer like we have, you're going to need to make sure you have a large enough battery bank. They do have other battery systems out there, and they're lithium ion, and I understand they're supposed to be really great, but I will tell you that they're very expensive. As far as this battery right down here, this is a non-serviceable battery. That's our cranking battery. For me personally, when I'm on anchor, I try to disconnect it from the system, because I don't want this battery, because it's different, to blend in with these batteries, because they'll start thinking it's the same thing, and one will draw it. If this is a weaker battery, then it'll confuse the system. So I always make sure they're separated unless I'm starting or running. Once I'm running, I have them under power. I'm going to have everything hooked together, and they're going to be charging off the alternator up, and we can get over like 13, I think 13.7, as we're running the engine for a little while. Then after that, sails go up, engine goes off, which is a beautiful thing. And then again, I disconnect my start battery, and I switch over to my house bank, and the house bank is this, which is 4 here, 2 in this closet over here. But and I just don't have that open yet, but I'm in the middle of servicing them. And that's it for today. We're getting ready to set sail here probably tomorrow or the next day to head to New York, and we'll definitely film some more for you there, leaving out of Chesapeake, Virginia, and heading to New York. Can't wait. And we love all of y'all. We miss you, and we can't wait to see you again. We'll be coming back through in October, early November, and because I'm sure it's going to be too damn cold up there for us. We love you guys. Peace.